Is it's today, Tuesday, December
Tuesday.
6th, 2022. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Man, yesterday's schedule just rough from start to bottom. It was like the games that I sort of liked, I didn't put in as premiums. The games that I sort of liked, I put in as premiums. It's just a bad mix, that I picked, and it's just sucks because they count just the same as the ones that I love. It's like, but is the nature of this business, and someone is going to find that out for themselves. So we have our Become a Capper contest. I'm excited to do it and to have it once again. I'm excited to meet the next member of our Pick Dogs team. Could be you, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely could be. I'm looking forward to seeing how it shakes out. A lot of things I'm looking forward to seeing how everything shakes out. Especially today. This World Cup game's tied at halftime. There's ton of action on the board tonight that I'm also keyed in on that I really like as
Who's
well.
playing in the World Cup game?
Morocco and Spain.
Oh, I guess you're an expert at that one.
Yeah.
I've read it somewhere that you're an expert. And you've been super respectful to those Moroccans.
yeah. I'm a little bit biased in this game, so.
Oh man, Rod, what's happening?
It's cold here, really cold. Minus 33. That's not even with the wind chill.
So it's all over for the Boston Bruins. They went down 3-0. They fought all the way back and did not get it done in the shootout. That's it. Just like that. It's all over. It's like you got to give them some credit, though, because they were down and pretty much they looked done.
They looked done and then they battled back, and I thought they were going to do it. I was like, oh, here they come. I'm like, oh, here comes Boston doing Boston things, making a big comeback, and they lost in OT. A 3-on-3, it can go either way.
Yep. My 7 free picks go 5-2 because of that. But we had a good run with Boston, so no reason not going to complain about it, that's for sure. But we've got a good card today of college hoops. Not too much going on in the NBA, but certainly some college hoops going on.
Lots of college hoops action today.
Yeah, lots of college hoops and some good games too. In fact,
yep.
Mercer and Middle Georgia State are already at it. Already mixing it up. Got the gloves off. All right.
Pleasantries have been renewed.
Rod, who's going to win the Become a Capper contest?
I don't know. There's a chicken there looking pretty good. She might come in and steal it from the boys.
Oh, there you go. Well, you got only real profiles work, so.
Oh, correct. That's right. She's got a real profile. I see it. I didn't get to everybody, but I started scrolling through and looking at. You got to show at least a picture of someone, and you can't be all private, hiding behind a black wall. That's for sure. Definitely, that won't get you into the Cappers contest. You got to be a real person. We need to know that you're a real person.
Rod's got his IG going. Yeah, once again, my comments are not working on this on my software, so I'm gonna have to go directly to YouTube here and see what everybody has to say for themselves.
Weird.
Faded Ruffalo yesterday. Back on with him today. It's like they never take the team. It's on Instagram, but I tweeted it as well. About the contest. And Rod tweeted it, I tweeted it, but it's on Instagram this year. Not my choice, it was Rod's choice. I don't know anything about any of this stuff. Twitter to me it just seems in flux. So it's like I was gonna do it up until the 11th hour on the SCP betting Twitter channel. I thought that would have been a good feed the fire, way to do it. But I think instead, we'll do it on the Instagram channel for Pick Dogs. We haven't done a lot there recently, so this will maybe get that channel going again. And maybe I'll even throw in some videos there.
Yeah, they call those, that's a reel. And then the little box, when you click there's a little plus button. If you hit on it and you click reel, then it'll give you, on the left side, it'll give you like a timer to say 30 seconds or 60 seconds. And then you can shoot a quick video for like 60 seconds.
For real?
For real.
Chris, what are you looking more forward to, the contest or Rod's interaction with the contestants who have a lot of questions?
Oh, the latter for sure.
Rod's going to be like huffing about,
100%.
there's this guy. It's the same guy every day.
Okay.
Same question. I keep telling him. It's going to be me, the fake profile. So
the reason I'm excited is because I know that there's going to be a winner of this Capra contest. The potential of the potential of the amount of issues that we may have with this, exponential. Tons of potential for this one. So
also the thing is that in the Capra contest, I've been known to add other people too. Even in the non-video era, Jovan did not win. He did not win. I added him.
I will say this: if you're gonna win the contest, you gotta. I mean, the winner of the contest, it's your chance to sort of change the tune of winning the contest. Because the last couple people that won the contest haven't necessarily stayed around, but it's like you said, the people that you've added after the fact, you found diamonds in the rough, and just because you don't win doesn't necessarily mean that there's not a spot. You just gotta, show up and do the work.
Put in the effort.
Yeah.
I see 42 responses here. Does that mean 42?
42 now.
Have entered?
Yep, 42 have entered now. Yep.
Wow.
So moving on.
What did we open that up just a couple hours ago?
Yep.
Well,
Holy smokes. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even done a video or anything about it. One of them is Mills. One of the replies is Mills. He can't stay out of it. He's got to be in it. It's like, can't just let everybody else have the contest. He's got to be in there. Little encouragement, It's like
I was gonna say you're already here. He's like, I'm just going just to win the title.
Mel's got to go and cheerlead everyone on. It's like, you can do it. Oh, man. Jay Briggs did not win. Second place.
Second place. Yeah.
Second place.
He had it all wrapped up, but he decided to put it in 3.
He took a dive on the final day of the contest.
Yeah, right.
An inexplicable dive.
I had it all wrapped up, but I'll go put these 3 plays in anyway.
We've changed the rules over the years. We have always modified the rules a little bit every year. So the first year that we had it, we didn't put a limit on money line bets on the plus side, only on the minus side. So James Clark hit some monsters and won the Facebook contest. I believe we did it in Sports Chat group and Pick Dogs group that year. And James Clark in one of those groups hit some massive money lines, and that's how he won. But as it turns out, even though I felt in that contest that he had kind of, circumvented the rules a little bit, he actually is a hell of a handicap. I mean, consistent across the board, right? Every year that he's been with us. So, it's all worked out on that end. But this year's big rule changes, if you miss a day, you're minus 330, not just minus 110. No picks by noon, minus 330. You like that one, Rod?
I love that one.
Right? If you miss 3 days, man, you don't have to worry about not being thrown out of the contest. You're down 1,000 units. It's like you will not be able to withstand that. The contest, one thing that has been the case, it has come down to the final days every single year. It's come down to the last day or last 2 days every single year. And
you get such a
you cannot
top 10 always has been huge.
It's always been tight. So
Tight.
there's no way that you could withstand a minus 330 day, in just in a giveaway fashion. I mean, you're gonna have a bad day. You're gonna have a losing day. Those happen, but you can't just get a minus 330 day, and for not showing up. You get 2 of those, you're pretty much done, I would say.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Exactly.
I'm excited. I woke up this morning. I'm like, I'm posting. I don't care. I'm gonna do videos on it too, and get those out there. And I came up with I went to the to the thing where you create the things. I came up with that with a little post. You like the post I created there, Rod? You like the texture I used there?
Definitely.
It's cool, right? It's cool.
It's cool.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm excited about it.
Captain
Anyways,
Contest
More excited.
2022.
More excited about it than I am about today's NBA card. Just 3 games on the NBA card today. Got the Cavaliers taking on the Lakers, probably the game of the day. You got the Heat taking on the Pistons and the Nuggets taking on the Mavericks. This year, the NBA has moved the TNT games to Tuesday night. That's why we have this lousy schedule. Normally, we get 4-game schedule or 2-game schedule or something on a Thursday, but this year it's Tuesday. Which I don't know if I'm trying to think of what programming of mine it might interfere with. Because The Bachelor in Paradise is over.
And how far are you on Love Is Blind?
I'm only 2 episodes in.
Okay. And they announced Too Hot to Handle's coming out tomorrow, season 4.
Too Hot to Handle? Which one is
Yeah.
that?
It's on Netflix too.
I don't think I've seen that one. No, I've seen Too Hot to Handle.
I don't know. I think they're kind of funny.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out.
Someone's sending me messages on Instagram.
Uh-oh.
That's so.
And it begins.
This is big sheep.
Here, buddy. Come here. Sam.
Oh,
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Come here, buddy.
My sheep.
You ever see when I did the unboxing of the bark box? He just ran by.
Oh no!
It's like I'm holding up the thing. It's like an otter wearing a hula skirt. It's like.
That's mine. Yoink.
What do you think of these matchups? We got the Heat against the Pistons and the Chicken Nuggets taking on the Mavericks.
Yeah, I like the Chicken Nuggets. And the Mavs in a tough spot here. On the road where they've just gone 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. They're also 0-3-1 against the spread in their last 4 games on the second half of a back-to-back. I just think this is a tough one for the Mavs here. So I like the Nuggets 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 home games. So give me the Denver Nuggets in this one.
Yeah, when they played recently, the Nuggets didn't have Jokic or any of the guys, their starters. They played 2 games in Dallas. Rod?
Yeah.
And for me, in these ones, I'm going to go with Cleveland at home here. They playing the lights out basketball, and I'm not. This Lakers, sure, they've been playing better lately, but why is this line moving up? Everybody's humping up on the Lakers. I'll take Cleveland in this one. Continue their home winning streak. 11-11. They're 11-1-1. Their last 13 at home ATS. I'll go with the Cavs in that one. And the other one, I think that's too many points. I know the Pistons ain't the greatest on the road, 2-11, but they are 6-6 against that number. And you look at the Heat at home, 3-8-1 against the number. That's too many points. Give me the Pistons plus the 8.5 in that one.
How about Tom Brady last night?
Second time. That's his Second time he's been down by 13 in the fourth quarter and come back and won it. The first one was.
And I've had him both times. On end games and half times. Had him both times. Still pretty amazing at that age.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is the Saints. It's Andy Dalton.
It was the Saints, but still.
I understand. Not a team he's had a lot of success with.
No.
I don't know. At that Lakers-Cavs game, the Lakers are playing so well. It's like you don't really want to get in the way. And it's LeBron back in Cleveland, 8-2 in their last 10 for the Lakers, quietly, right? 10-12 overall. The Cavs have been great at home, but man, do you want to lay that kind of points with them? It is like a Super Bowl game for them too. You know, tough one.
No premium on it for me. Definitely a tough one. I think.
I more prefer that Nuggets game, and I like the Heat going home against the Pistons. Cade Cunningham's still out. Cunningham out. Go to the NHL where the Bruins' winning streak came crashing down on them. Just let it get. I think they gave up a goal in the first minute of the game. Still fought back. Got the Devils are only minus 430 today. A little bit outside of Ruflo's comfort zone. He likes the minus 500 or more. You got the Penguins at minus 285 against the Blue Jackets, the Johnny Gaudreaus. Really not that bad on the road. They're really not. The Lightning against the Red Wings, who, yeah, they are. And then Ottawa against L.A. What do you think of these?
I have no words for that Devils line. It was around minus 290 when it opened yesterday when we were doing our videos, but now minus 430. It's a little bit outside of my zone. So I'm gonna go with the under between the Lightning and the Red Wings. I think it's just shaping up to be a rough, division hockey game. Burst of 3 wins that game. I don't see there being a ton of goals in that one. I don't see the Red Wings all of a sudden having success on the road. I think they're going to try to make life a little bit more tough for the Lightning in that one. So give me the under 6.5. And I also like the over between the Senators and the Kings. That's the game where I think we are marked for some goals in that thing. I think the Ottawa Senators, they were just on a long string of unders, but I think that's starting to turn here. I'm going to take the over 6.5.
Do you hate the Twitter direct message more or the Instagram direct message more or the Facebook?
Twitter, because you don't have to get an approval for someone to send you a message.
Right?
The only time someone can message you on, the only time someone has to get any approval on Twitter is if your account is private.
Really?
And they have to, then they have. If you make your account private.
What if you just ignore them like I do?
Yeah, it's hard.
You could just turn off the notification.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you could. Yeah.
So then that's what I learned, and then you can just answer at your own will when you look.
Rod's an expert at snubbing tweets.
I answer just whatever. Anybody who sends me a message, I usually answer them, but usually in my own time, because some people are all around the world and they figure that 4 a.m. is a great time to start having a conversation about today's action. It's like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. And then these group of 4 definitely not running to the window to bet a whole lot of these ones. But I'm gonna take a shot here with the Blackhawks. You look, the last meeting they beat the Devils 8-5, so at almost 3 times your money. That's worth putting a little sprinkle on the Blackhawks to beat the Devils. Is it gonna happen? Probably not, but it's worth a shot. It's hockey. It's not like the Devils could have a bad game. Blackhawks have beat teams. They come out and win one here and there. So worth a shot. I wouldn't even take a shot at the plus 1.5 to keep it a 1-goal game. They're 6-5 to that puck line on the road. So I'm gonna take a shot on the money line though. I think they got a shot to beat the Devils in that one. And I agree. I like the over here in versus LA and Ottawa. Goals will plenty in that one. Both teams can light the lamp and should easily get us up and over the 6.5 in that one. Take the over. there. And Tampa's playing lights out hockey. I think you got to go with Tampa Bay on the puck line in that one. 8-2 in their last 10. They're starting to play like the Lightning can play. So back to Lightning on the puck line over Detroit in that one.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I thought Gordon entered the contest. I was like, what the hell? He's out of here. I'm sorry. We can't have your kind. What kind would that be? Your kind. It's like, you want a piece of me? Channel is this soccer game on?
Probably ESPN again, no?
No, Fox.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
0-0. I'm gonna guess that Morocco's wearing the red and green.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Spain in the blue.
Yeah, I like those blue Spain jerseys.
What do you like about them, Chris? The slimming effect that they have when you try it on. They kind of make me look better. That could be the mirror, you know.
Yeah, they make you look like you haven't eaten dozens of McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I like that slimming effect of my Spain jersey. I like when I'm rollerblading down the road. Someone drives by me about 75 miles an hour and waves. It's like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, slow down. Can you imagine me rollerblading? Someone flies by me. It's like I got my mouthpiece and I'm yelling at him. It's like Rod before he got his teeth. It's like, stop.
Are you taking out and throwing at the car like Steph Curry when he threw the mouthpiece? You asshole.
You can only imagine what they're thinking. It's like, what? What else? What did you say? It's like,
I think you're all angry and they're just like, wait, what? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
They have the mouthpiece now has like little holes in it, so you can like breathe through it. Yeah. Man, where's that been? Someone's got their shit together, right? It's awesome. I use the mouthpiece when I rollerblade. I don't think a helmet or anything else is going to help you, but I think having the mouthpiece, it's like to clench. I think that would really help me if I get hit by another car. I posted the link to the Become a Capper contest in the comments. Be sure to smash that like button while you're in those comments. Got 30 likes. I was on a call. The reason the show was late, I was actually on a call. We're reformatting this show. We'll be eliminating everything from here over. Reformatting. Here. Over. Chris is like, from here over? No. Here. Over.
Oh, from here over.
That's like, that's got nowhere to push.
It's like he looks over the edge. She's like, wait a second. Falling into the void.
Where were we at these games? I like the Blue Jackets because Johnny Gaudreau. I wear my Calgary Johnny Gaudreau jersey. I'm going to start wearing it backwards with the Gaudreau in the front. I don't really like these games. Maybe the Lightning on the puck line because I gave it out on the 7 free picks. I like the Lightning on the puck line because I gave it out on 7 free picks, and we've been on a heater on those 7 free picks. 38 and 11 the last week on the 7 free pick show. It's like, I mean, that's what, 80%? Something like
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. That's like the worst day has been 5-2. I think I had 1-4. I might have had 1-4-3 in there, but it's like 5-2, 6-1, and a 7-0, 38-11. Yeah, last night even with the Bruins loss, still we had the Saints under. We had we lost the Saints under and the Celtics first half. Everything else we won. Gonzaga, Kent State under. UMass over. It's a nice little program. We've got the Islanders against the Blues. Another one featured on today's 7 Free Picks in just 5 minutes. We've got the Jets against the Panthers. Old logo. New logo. We've got the Star versus the Maple Leafs. The Ducks with, I'm not even sure what that logo is anymore. It's one of these, right? Versus the Hurricane. And then the Smoking Kraken versus the Montreal Canadiens. Chris, what do you think of this? A lot of 5 games.
Oh boy, there's just a lot of bad lines today. I'm going to stick with the Islanders to win in regulation against the St. Louis Blues. Maybe you can take them on the money line if
Puck
line. I could see that being a 1-goal game.
But the Blues are 0-4 in the puck line in their last 4 or something.
That's fair.
I gave it out on 7 Free Picks.
Okay, well then never mind. Let's go with the Islanders puck line then.
Let me see if I can find the slide from this morning.
No, I like the Islanders now. The Blues continue to be the streakiest of streaky teams that I might have ever seen since I've started capping hockey. I mean, started the year with 3 wins in a row, lost 7 straight, won 7 straight. Now they've lost 4 in a row. I think 6 of 7 as well. So
the Blues are 0-4 on the puck line in their last 4. So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say so. Yeah, so give me the Islanders then, and roll with that. And I like the Winnipeg Jets at home. I like how this Jets team plays on home ice, and the Panthers are stepping it up on the road a little bit in recent games, but you're still getting a underdog price with a Winnipeg team. It's 9-3 on home ice this season. I'll take the Jets in that one.
Wow, those Spain jerseys are pretty fancy. They showed them up close. Those look expensive.
They always have fancy jerseys.
That looks expensive. Is that a squiggle on there?
you pay a squiggle premium.
Wait a minute. It does look expensive. Includes squiggle. It's like a wraparound squiggle. Rod, what do you think of these 5 games? Muted.
Sorry.
Beat me.
In these games, I like the Blues here in this spot. I know they might be 0-4 against the puck line their last 4, but this is a good spot. The Blues come up and snag a win. You look Blues 6-2, 8 off of 0 days rest. They play better off of 0 days rest. And you know what? This looks like a revenge spot for somebody who starts in goal. I'm guessing Thomas Greiss going to get the start for the St. Louis Blues, and he's facing his former team, the Islanders. I think he gets up for this game. So I like the Blues in the under. I think you get a lower scoring one on our hands in this one. Normally the Blues have given up goals plenty, and I think you got a harder hitting, lower scoring one. You need the Blues plus the 1.5. I think it's a 1-goal game because the Blues don't outright them in that one. And the other ones in this time slot, I think you got to go with the under here, Florida and Winnipeg. I think it's going to be a battle. Winnipeg plays tough at home, and Florida, I don't think seeing a whole lot of putting the puck in the back of the net against Hellebuck in that one. So I like the under 6.5. That's too many goals. And the other one I like Carolina over the Ducks. Just keep fading the Ducks. They are not good. Carolina's starting to string wins together and playing like they did at the beginning of the year. So take Carolina on the puck line over the Ducks in that one.
Chris? Oh, you won already?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the... let me see. Can't put my hand up. Can't put my finger on it.
Could be close. Could be a good game. Oh, and I missed one. Take the Kraken. Montreal's dead.
Minus
dead.
265.
Dead. Yep, you can go ahead and take Montreal after what I seen them do yesterday.
What'd you see him do?
No chance today.
What'd you see him do?
Completely collapse and fold like a cheap tent, up 4-8-4-0 in the first period to the Canucks, and you lose 7-6. Yuck. That means you gave up 7 goals in 2 periods. Yucky. And now you have to come play Seattle? You're in trouble. Who doesn't love seeing Montreal get pounded? But as much as we love watching Calgary get pounded.
I'm going to take, I don't know. I don't like any of these. I'm going to take the Islanders on the puck line. We go to college hoops. What are you selling today, Chris?
Oh, I got a couple 3-packs in the go. Start out with my $15 NHL power play. And you can also get that part of my 2 for Tuesday 3-pack. You get 2 NBA best bets as well as the NHL play in there for $40. Or I got my college hoops marquee 3-pack. 3 of the marquee games on the board that I love today. Got that for $40. And if you're on something long term, I also got a bonus college basketball play in there as well. So definitely check that out. Check out the long term passes. Use that promo code PICK. Get the most bang for your buck.
Rod?
And for me, over Pick Dogs Premium. For me, my NBA blank check going. Been doing real well in the NBA. You want to scoop that up? Got a nice 18.
So the
13,
blank
1.
check, is that the amount or the word that goes first?
It's the NBA blank check, so you get to put whatever amount you want to win. You
The
put
amount
that
on the check, so it's not a word that precedes the word check.
No.
Rod's blank check. Hip check?
My NBA blank check is what it is. So.
Effing check?
It will be. The book will be going new effing check. After that thing cashes. So you can get it singly, $15 over Pick Dogs Premium, or I've included that in my Tackle the Books Tuesday package, where I've got my 4 top plays in college basketball, and I've included the NBA blank check in there, so you get 5 plays on the hardwood on Tackle the Book Tuesday, or I've got an NHL bird cage. You can scoop those up over Pick Dogs Premium. Use the promo code PICK, and you'll save 15% off all your purchases of $25 or more over Pick Dogs Premium. And smash that like button. We got 30. We should be able to get 100.
All right. Go to college hoops. Got Air Force against South Dakota, Syracuse, Oakland, Yale, Butler, battle of the Bulldogs, LaSalle versus Bucknell, George Mason, very nice man, up against Maryland East Shore, Fordham versus Wagner, Columbia versus UMBC, that would be the Retrievers to you and me, Arkansas versus UNC Greensboro, Wilmington versus East Carolina, Iona versus St. Louis, Temple versus St. Joe's, Mount St. Mary's versus American, Dartmouth, Vermont, and NC State against Coppin State. Chris, any of those? It'd help if you turn the mic on. Just a little.
Hacking up along. I didn't want to do that on air, but
nothing we haven't had on here before.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go with. There are a couple games I liked here, but the line move kind of took me off of making them a premium. I like Arkansas a lot against UNC Greensboro. Like I said, I liked them at 16.5. 19.5 feels like a little bit much, but I do still think Arkansas wins that game probably by 20 plus. So lean towards Arkansas there. I really like this Fordham team, and I think it's tempting to get a number of points with Wagner, a team that we made a pretty penny with last year, but Fordham's just looking really good early on. Kyle Neptune left the cupboards full at Fordham, so I'm gonna take Fordham laying the 9.5 in that one, and taking NC State laying the points against Coppin State. Might take the over in that one as well. I just think Coppin State giving up points in bunches, and the better teams that they've played this season, those power conference teams, they've had no problem giving up the points in that one. This is also a Coppin State team that gave up 109 to UMBC on the road. So give me NC State laying the points and lean towards the over there as well.
Coppin and attitude with Coppin State. Rod?
In that group, I like Air Force here against South Dakota. The Coyotes, they're not good. Definitely not good on the road either. 0-3 against the number. Take Air Force at home in that one. The other one I like here, I like Bucknell plus the points against LaSalle. I think they can keep it down to who's got the ball last type thing. and if not outright LaSalle. Now, when I like Bucknell plus the points there. The other one I like East Carolina at UNC Wilmington. I think ECU can keep it close if they don't outright the Penguins in that one. I like the Pirates, so give me ECU plus the 4.5 in that one, and I'll take Vermont. I know they're not the Vermont we're used to, but I think they can get a win here against Dartmouth. They are the better offense, so give me Vermont minus 5.5 against Dartmouth in that one.
Chris, did you lose weight, or is it that Spain jersey?
It's got the slimming effect, like you said. I thank you for noticing.
It's these squiggles. I like Temple against St. Joe's. I hate St. Joe's ever since they fired Phil Martelli. They're straight fade. Temple big in that one. I like Bucknell against LaSalle getting the big number here. Fran Dunphy's got his work cut out for him with the Explorers. I like Bellarmine against Wabash as well. Just not sure Wabash is going to be good enough.
Up for this challenge.
Up for it. I figured I would mention it. Where did we stop? NC State?
Yeah.
NC State, yeah.
Yeah. I like NC State kind of in that one. I don't like laying that big-ass number, though. I'll hold off. Got Georgia Tech. Furman versus High Point. High Point kind of had a high point, 7-1. Got BC versus New Hampshire. Texas versus Illinois. Neutral site. I believe Madison Square Garden, right? St. Francis of Brooklyn taking on Hartford. Winthrop versus South Carolina State. Presbyterian, 1-ho, 2-ho, red ho, blue ho versus College of Charleston. Chattanooga and the Mocs taking on Milwaukee. Milwaukee's 7-3 this season. What the hell's going on over there? It's in the water. Princeton versus Lafayette. Not to be confused with ULL. Wofford versus Coastal. Houston versus North Florida. Texas Arlington versus North Texas. SIU Edwardsville versus Bradley. Memphis versus Arkansas Little Rock. Loyola Chicago versus Green Bay. Stop there. Chris?
Yeah, another game that I liked early on, but the line move has taken it off the premium list was Charleston. I liked them around 12.5, 13.5 where the line was opening, but now up to 16.5. I do think Charleston probably wins that game fairly comfortably, but yeah, that 3-point line move definitely takes me off of it. Presbyterian is not a good offensive team. I think Charleston can take advantage, but I could also see them winning by 15 or 16 and Presbyterian sneaking in the back door. So lean towards Charleston there. I like Houston, but I don't like that number 32.5 because it's just like, which Houston are we going to see? I could easily see Houston winning this game by 30, or do we see the Houston that beat Norfolk State by 48? So I lean towards Houston in that one, but again, that number is just really hard to get behind. And I like the under between Little Rock and Memphis. You know, Memphis is a team that prides itself on playing good defense, and while Little Rock's defense has not been good whatsoever, still think they can at least keep this game under 149.5. I don't expect Little Rock to break 65 points here, so give me the under between Memphis and Little Rock.
Rod?
Yeah, I agree. I like Presbyterian. I like the Blue Hose here. They're playing good at home, 2-0 at home, 1-0 against the number. So you know they played one online game in that one for sure. But I think, just as you said, I think they can. I think the Blue Hole could get the backdoor cover in that one, definitely. Yeah. So we'll go with the Blue Hose there plus the points. The other one I like Lafayette at Princeton. Plus that's too many points for Princeton to be trying to cover. I know Lafayette is 0-7 on the road, but they're 5-2 against the spread. Double-digit spread will take Lafayette plus the points there with the Leopards in that one. And I know Milwaukee has been 7-3 on the year, but they haven't been so good on the road. 1-2 on the road, 2-1 against the number. I think Chattanooga pounds them in that one. Double-digit blowout win there. I'll take Chattanooga minus the 9.5 in that one. The double-digit Milwaukee, the Panthers in that one. And just like Chris says, Houston, that's a crazy number. I'll take North Florida plus the 32.5. Houston wins by 29 in that one. And then the other one, Bradley on the road. I don't know. I'm not laying minus 6.5 with Bradley on the road. When SIU Edwardsville 3-0 at home, 1-0 against the number, 6-1 on the year against the number. I'll take SIU Edwardsville there to keep it close, if not they outright Bradley on that one. The few I like that.
All right. I like Chattanooga against Milwaukee. 9.5 against a 7-3 team pretty much tells you what it is. I like Illinois against Texas. Texas is 6-0. They're not going to go undefeated, and they're not home in this game. I think this is the type of spot where Illinois gets it done. I like the points. I think they can win outright too. But getting the points in what's probably a 1-point game either way, never a bad place to be. I like American because I'm American. I like Baylor against Tarleton State. I just think, Tarleton's a nice team, but I think sometimes when you see those teams in those step-up spots like that. Did we get to that game?
No. No.
Oh, we stopped before that. All right.
Stopped right there. Yeah.
All right.
All good.
I like Bradley to beat the dog crap out of Edwardsville. How about that? Just give me Bradley. Lay the points. Baylor versus Tarleton State. TCU versus Jackson State, who's played everybody this season. Oklahoma versus Kansas City. Kansas State versus Abilene Christian. Virginia versus JMU. Rematch of last year's JMU win. Central Arkansas versus Arkansas State. Northern Iowa versus Toledo. Marquette versus NC Central. Wisconsin versus Maryland. Idaho versus North Dakota. Idaho sucks, man. 3.5. If you're a 3.5 point dog to Idaho, you want to talk about disrespect. New Mexico versus Western New Mexico. Who even knew that existed? They're making up schools now. Southern Utah's playing.
Well,
Southern Utah is taking on West Coast Baptist. It's like, I don't know who. Or it's like we got a scrimmage against the team from the YMCA. What if we call them Western New Mexico? Because we're in New Mexico and it's across the street to the west side.
Yeah, right.
It's like when you show it's like you show up with like a registration fee and you're just like, okay, what's your team name? Western New Mexico. Okay, we'll put that down. Okay.
Sam Houston State against Oklahoma State. Montana versus South Dakota State. Duke versus Iowa. Pacific versus Northern Arizona, the Jacks. San Jose State versus Bakersfield. And Pepperdine favored by 1.5 against Nevada. I think Nevada's got an injury. Chris?
Yeah, I'll work my way from the bottom back. I'll start with the Northern Arizona plus the 6.5. I'm going to carry over on some of that hatred for Pacific. I don't know how anyone can feel comfortable.
Guts.
I don't know how anyone could feel comfortable laying 6.5 points with a team that's not only 0-4 against the spread at home, but they're 0-4 straight up. They've lost all 4 of those games as favorites to teams that are in the same sort of ranking of where Northern Arizona is. So I think definitely, Northern Arizona plus the points, maybe a little bit of Northern Arizona money line in that thing. Go back a little bit further. I also like the under 130.5 between Sam Houston State and Oklahoma State. I could easily see that being similar to what we saw from Sam Houston State when they beat Oklahoma outright earlier this season. Just a defensive battle. 1st to 60 wins that game. And I also like I just had it here. I like the under and the underdog in that Kansas City Oklahoma game. I liked Kansas City a lot better when they were hanging around 19.5 or 20.5. You always see, a low total with a massive favorite, kind of gives you a little bit of pause. So I was leaning towards Kansas City there, but I really like the under in that spot. I think it's just going to be a low scoring game, something that we've seen from Oklahoma all year long. So give me the under with a lean towards Kansas City plus the points.
And for me in this spot, I like Jackson State plus the points against TCU. TCU is not very good at covering spreads. 2-3 at home, covering the number. Jackson State only won 6 in the row, but they're 4-3 against the number. I think that's too many points. I think Jackson State plus the 22.5 in that one. The other one I like here, I like Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa at home here. You get 4.5 points. I don't think you need those points. I think they win it outright. 3-0 at home in the season. I think they can beat Toledo. Take the points just to be safe. Plus the 4.5 there with Northern Iowa. And the other one here, I like South Dakota State versus Montana. I think the Jackrabbits here can get themselves a win over the Grizzlies. I think the Jackrabbits in that one. Take a money line. And I agree, take Sam Houston plus the points. I don't think Oklahoma State should be laying minus 10.5 points. They're not a good enough team to be a 10.5 point favorite. Sam Houston keeps it closer than that. Take Sam Houston plus the points there. And you know what? Just for my degenerate bet, I'm going to take Pacific, lay the minus 6.5. I think they get their first win and cover of the season at home against the Lumberjacks. I think they win by 8.
That's why we're doing this.
Is that why we're doing this? There's a clip. It's tough to push me off that thing.
Kansas City sucks. I would lay the 20 if I still had to, but you don't have to anymore. I'd take Oklahoma. I'll lay whatever you got to lay. I do not care. That should be an ass kicking, and it will be an ass kicking. I also like Baylor against Tarleton. I said that before. I like James Madison to keep it close against Virginia, not enough to make it a premium pick. I like Wisconsin against Maryland. Maryland's played well this season. This is a lousy spot. Wisconsin has played a ridiculous schedule to this point. And which leads me into South Dakota State against Montana. South Dakota State's played a ridiculous schedule. Ridiculous. They're 3-6, but look at their 6. Look at their 6, Rod. James Madison, Kent State, Alabama, Stephen F., Arkansas, and Akron by 1. Not bad. They pushed against Arkansas. 15-point loss. Push. Got to give credit where credit is due. They beat the crap out of Valpo. Was that a sigh of disgust or boredom?
Disgust.
Okay. I like the Jackrabbits. They're getting points.
You're getting points, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think you need them. I think they win it outright.
Yeah, they run them out of the building. Mike Daum, come out of retirement.
I forgot about Mike Daum.
Is Daum still on the team? Yes, as a matter of fact. I think he's coaching, right?
Is he?
I think so.
At South Dakota State? Or just in general?
I think it's South Dakota State. That's where he belongs.
South Dakota State legend.
Mike Daum. Mike Daum, American professional basketball player.
He probably went over to Europe.
Yep, Italy. Derthona basket of the Italian Liga Basket Serie A. Played at South Dakota State. You know where I saw Dom? Was in the 3-on-3. That's where I saw Dom.
Oh, okay.
Freaking Dom. Who wants to be a capper at Pick Dogs? Gotta become a capper contest. I get that email all the time. How do I become a capper? How do I join your team? I can help you get more people following you. I love that one. I can really help you. Well, now's your time. For some reason, I lost the screen here. I was going to put it in the chat. The link again. I don't know what happened. To refresh. There we go. Become a capper. Become a picked up capper. How about that? Chris, what's it like working with me every day?
How much time do you have? You really want this show to run past an hour, don't you?
What happened? Let's talk about your last suggestion.
There's a reason it hasn't happened. No, it's honestly, it's like I said, it's been a hell of a ride. It's been definitely life changing, and obviously for the better. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So it's a once in a lifetime thing. Take advantage of the opportunity.
Oh, they'll have their chance.
Just don't make any suggestions.
You'll be at Rod.
Yeah,
of course, the caveat being that Rod Zawacki will be running the contest, so I wouldn't even. It's kind of the soup Nazi of sports handicapping.
You know what it is. You know what it is. It's like this is your initiation. This is your test. If you can survive, and you can get past Rod, you can probably do this.
Rod, is it okay if my picks are 12:02 today?
You haven't heard my knock knock joke?
Oh,
Knock knock.
Who's there?
We will ask the questions.
It's a good one. Knock knock. Who's there? Jesus. Jesus Luzardo is going to slaughter them. How about Jacob DeGrom going to the Rangers and now Verlander going to the Mets?
Right? What's
I think the Mets weren't going to pay him that money because he's injured all the time. I think they know there's something seriously wrong with him because he got injured 2 years ago and he's never been the same. He's never been the same. They must know that something's wrong. And that's why they didn't want to give him the money because they gave the money to Verlander. It's not like the Mets don't have the money. They're the Mets. Crazy. Who wants to be a capper? Smash that like button. We usually will add another capper from the contest too. So you don't have to always win.
Nope.
Sucking up to Rod isn't going to help either.
Consistency, and good effort. That's what you like to see.
Trey Turner to the Phillies.
11 years.
What do you think of that deal?
Oof. Well,
good if you're Trey Turner.
Yeah, exactly.
Cha-ching!
Is that where the Phillies really needed the help?
I
No,
don't think so. No, they needed more starting pitching, I think.
No.
And bullpen help.
What do you think these refs are saying to this Spain player? He's there with the 4 referees. What do you think they're saying? They're saying, where did you get that jersey, man? Those are nice.
Don't mess this up. There's a bunch of cheeseburgers on the line here.
Have you lost weight? He's saying, have you lost weight? No, it's the jersey. It's got this slimming effect. It's the squiggles.
Is that a snake or is that a mongoose on the front?
Sergio. They're all named Sergio. Trick question.
Sergio, Roberto.
Why is Pepperdine line moved 2.5 points against Nevada? Is there injury?
There's always one of those really random line moves, and it is the bailout game. So, let's see, is there? no one that wouldn't have already been out for this game.
So weird, right?
Yeah.
All right, I guess it's that time.
All
Parlay
right.
time.
All right. My
See what we
parlay.
did? I was on a call today about the show, and about guys that are going to do the show for us. So I don't have to control everything, so we can have the graphics and stuff. Like take it up to the next level.
Nice.
Like when we talk about cheese in a jar, to have the cheese in the jar.
Dancing across the screen.
I'm like, SCP betting more than nuts and bolts. Of betting.
We're also cheese.
Our show, cheese in a jar. It's like, is there anything? Can I get you anything else? Do you have any cheese that comes in a jar?
Jar cheese. Yes.
Like, I'm telling you that I can only imagine that Breyers meeting, man, when they decided to switch to imitation milk fat. It's like, Zawacki's gonna out us. It's a risk we're willing to take.
We survived a couple of years and now it's out. It's coming. It's rolling like a snowball.
Imitation. We've had imitation milk fat. We've had beef fat. We've had cheese in a bag and cheese in a jar. All discussed. Them.
Cheese in a jar.
What a month it's been at Pig Dogs. How about the bones, like the soup bones that have the soup? How about the ham? Like, so I'm not a ham eater. I don't eat meat, but the ham that has the little bone in it. Is there any difference between the one with the little bone in it or without the little bone?
Oh, big difference on the ham with the bone and one without the bone. Because the one with the ham that has the bone, you're going to get a tender piece of ham and a more juicier piece of ham.
Closer to the bone or just the entire ham steak?
Just the entire, because it's tough to get ham steak because usually the bone runs right through the middle. And then with those type of hams, you got to boil first. Right? That type of ham, you got to boil it first. It helps get some of that.
So what, you boil then you grill it?
Boil it. And then I roasted it into the oven. I put it in the oven and you cover it with you can put a mustard glaze over top if you'd like a mustard glaze. Or some people just like a brown sugar glaze, like a
You ever
honey
sit
brown,
around at the airport and try and wonder what these people eat for breakfast? Like when you're sitting there, you have that time to kill at the airport, and you're just like people watching.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I always do. Is it pancakes or French toast?
I always we always default. My wife and I always default to the ham steak with the bone in it. It's like I don't know, probably that ham steak thing with the bone in it.
With the bone in it, because when it's not without that bone, then you don't know what you're getting. There's that mystery again. They know how to make a nice covering of it. Look, it's a ham roast.
Somehow, Chris, it
always
leads back to beef. It always leads back to beef meat. Every discussion ends up back in the same place. Beef meat. What's your parlay for today?
My parlay for today is going to be the Denver Nuggets, the under between Sam Houston State and Oklahoma State, and Northern Arizona plus the points.
And for me, we're going to take Chattanooga, lay the points, take Bucknell plus the points, and take the Seattle Kraken minus the puck and a half.
I'll take the Islanders on the puck line. I'll take the Duke Blue Devils versus Iowa on the neutral court. And I will take the Wisconsin Badgers. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Join our Become a Capper contest. I'm going to do a video on it, and I'm going to post it. It's going to say Become a Capper. Is how you'll know that that's the video.
Nice.
Become a Capper. I get that email all the frickin' time. How do I become a handicapper on your site? It is the most popular email I get.
And now's the time.
Now's your time. Prove it. I'm so good. I'm so good. I hit 98%. I'm so good. Prove it. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. join the contest if you want to be a capper. If you don't want to be a capper, don't join the contest. But if you want to be part of this, sit here and do videos with these, well, this is where it can get you. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Make it a winner.